How to quit your job and start your online business. In this video, I'm going to share with you how you can quit your job and start your online business, but be careful, there are some mistakes that you should avoid to do. The short answer is don't quit your job right now, wait until you start making some money with your online business. First, I want to share with you my story about how I was able to quit university back in 2016 when I first started my online business. So back then I was a law student, I was going through university, but I didn't really like it. I didn't want to become an employee, maybe like a corporate lawyer or something like that. I didn't want to have a 9-to-5, and so I decided to start my online business while I was a student. And my idea was like, maybe if I start when I'm a student, by the end of my degree, I would already make money online, and so I don't have to get a job, right? So I did that. I started in February, the 1st of February 2016. I still remember to this day. I started to post videos on YouTube talking about music production because it was my passion at the time, and it still is. And so I started to make tutorials, create YouTube videos, and started to build a following little by little, and eventually started to make my first $1,000 after 6 months. And what happened was that it was August, I remember. I started to launch my first small product, promoting it on my YouTube channel, and I made my first $1,000. And at that point, I decided to stop my law studies to focus full-time on my business, because at the time I was only spending like a few hours per week on my business, and I was thinking if I would to be full-time on my business, I would be able to make way more money. And so the way that I was doing it when I was a student, I would spend the weekdays in the university campus, and on the weekend I would go back to my parents' house, which was not that far, like an hour away, and spend the weekend at my parents' house. During the weekdays, I didn't have much time to create videos and work on my business, but during the weekend I had time. So what I would do, back then I was doing 1 YouTube video per day, and so basically on Saturday I would record 3 or 4 videos, and on Sunday I would record 3 or 4 videos and schedule them for the whole week, because during the week I didn't went to the classes, but I was partying a lot. I would go out with my friend, and I was living in like a shared house with like 8 other people, and so it was very noisy. It was not the right place to work on your business and stuff like that. I remember sometimes I didn't have enough videos for the week. I would go inside of my car and record something inside of my car, just because it was the only place that I could be quiet and have some privacy and be able to record some video. So why I'm telling you that is because I was back then 21 years old. I started to work on my business a little bit every day, so mostly on weekend. I would spend maybe like 5-6 hours on the weekends, and this allowed me to generate an income that made me $1,000. And the next month when I quit, the next month I made like $4,000, and then after like within a year I was making $10,000 per month, sorry. And so it's totally possible. If today you have a full-time job and you want to start your business on the side of your job, you can do that. Basically, what I would recommend, right, if you are starting, if you're asking this question, how to quit your job to start your online business, I wouldn't quit your job from day one, because it's going to create a lot of stress for you. If you have an income and you rely on this income to pay your bills, to pay your rent or whatever, it's not wise to quit, and if you don't have any other source of income, because it's going to create some stress. If you are stressed, you will make the wrong choices. If you make the wrong choices, you will not be able to have a long-term business, because if you are like, okay, I need to pay my bill this month, what can I do to make money fast? Those type of choices are not the best one for your business, because usually businesses, they take a while to get started, and it compounds over time, right? The growth is slow at the beginning, and if you wait long enough, it will compound and you will have exponential results. But for this to happen, you need to wait a long enough period of time. Now, if you don't have any income and you're struggling to pay bills, you will not make the choices that will have to wait 6 months for you to make money, and you will be looking for short-term gains, and that is not good for business in the long run. So what I would recommend is pick a business that you want to start. It can be anything. For me, it was selling online courses, because you don't need any money to get started. You can create a product within a week that you can sell for anywhere from $50 to $1,000. And this way you have a high profit margin. And so you need only a few customers per month to replace your current income. I mean, I don't know what your income is, but for me as a student, making $2,000 per month was already great. I'm from Belgium, so I don't know the cost of living where you are based, but for me, Like the average salary in Belgium was around 2,000 euro, which translates to around pretty much the same $2,400, something like that. So do that on the side. You're gonna put in your agenda 1 hour of your time each day. Then it really depends on your schedule. Maybe on the weekdays you have literally like zero time. You can do it like me on the weekends, like I used to do. But I would recommend to do it every day. If you don't have the time when you come back from work, you can do it before, so you can wake up like 1 hour early. It might mean you have to sacrifice, watching Netflix series before going to bed and sleep a bit early. It might mean you have to sacrifice going out with friends and drinking and stuff like that. But it's really up to you. If you want to do that, you will have to give something in order to get something. So you do that, you spend 1 hour a day growing your business, but you have to focus on the things that matter. There's like 20% of the actions that you're going to take will bring you 80% of the results. So you need to focus on those 20%. And you might ask yourself, how do I find those 20%? Well, ask yourself, what are the actions that will bring the result, and just focus on these actions. You do that for 6 months to 1 year before quitting your job. That's what I would advise. And I would wait for you to start to make an income. It doesn't need to, let's say for example, right now you're making $3,000 with your job, right, per month. You don't have to wait until your business makes $3,000 to quit your job, but you should wait to at least be making 1,000 or 1,500, because if you're making $1,000 with your online business, it means that there is a proof of concept. And if you double down on that, you can easily go from 1,000 to 3, 4, 5, 10,000. So you don't have to wait like to replace totally your full-time income, but at least make sure there's a proof of concept. Don't quit your job if you have zero thing that's going on, no income online, no business, nothing whatsoever, because that's a big risk. I mean, you could, but for me, it's not the best way to do it. You need to be in a safe place for at least 1 year, so you can focus on quitting your job, and then you can take a leap of faith like I did. Like, I made my first $1,000 and then I quit my law degree. It was kind of a leap of faith. I mean, things could have gone wrong, but eventually it worked because I already had built a following on YouTube. I already proved to myself that I could make $1,000, and so the next month I just released a new product that was more expensive. People bought it, I make 4,000, the next month 4,000, 5,000, and then another product, boom, 10,000, and then 6 figures since then, basically, for like 7 years. So make it your priority is the most important thing. Don't leave your job until you start to have some income with your online business. And then that's pretty much it. Give yourself some time, stick to it, right? Results will not happen overnight. You need to have the right expectation and the right goal, because nowadays everybody's talking about how to make $1 million in the next 90 days and stuff like that. But let's be realistic here. We're starting a business, things takes time, right? It might take you 6 months to 1 year before you make your first $1,000, and that's totally okay. You shouldn't expect to make $10,000 in the next 30 days. Even though it's possible to do it, it's really unlikely that you will achieve this sort of result. So have your right expectation, make it a priority. It needs to be a priority if you want it to work. Have the right goals, and then stick to the same business. Don't switch from one business to another, because you will never experience this exponential growth that I was talking about. Now, if you want to start making some money online, start your online business. Maybe you want to start selling online course or selling products and services online. I created a free course showing you how to do that step by step. I will share with you how you can start your online business to become financially free and eventually quit your job if that's what you want to do. If you want to access to that free course, the link is in my description of this video, just down below. You can click the link and then you will be able to access to this free course showing you how to make money online to quit your job. That's it for this video. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.